Welcome to another class for digital marketing. And today we are on the second level of our course. We are going to talk about online communities, digital marketing professional diploma. All right. Today's discussion, we should be able to understand the concept of self-presentation and self-disclosure theories, apply recommendation of strategic online community management, analyze and scale the scope of online communities, evaluate rules and engagement required for your organization, create a plan to build a community that is engaging and thriving. So ito yung mga point of discussion natin for today. Why do communities matter? The concept of community and its impact has a political topic for hundreds of years. A key piece of research by Professor Mark Granovetter in 1973, published in the American Journal of Sociology, demonstrated how he explored connections within offline communities and how they function. Connection within offline communities. So what are offline communities? Yung mga groups that are actual. I mean, you meet them face to face. So what are these group? Maybe a group of I think there is like Bayanihan in Qatar. I believe there is a group of mothers, a group of women, business women. So yan mga yan, there are communities and there are offline. Sabihin natin na mag-o-open ng business si Jessie, isang conservative type of wear. Ibig sabihin from neck to ankle natatakpan. So, sino yung mga probable market niya? Mga kababaihan. Firstly, di ba? So, they can, like there are the top priority markets. So, if they're gonna tap the market, o sabihin natin na magkakaroon sila ng women event for maybe breast cancer awareness. So gustong makitap ni Jessie, alright, so po, baka gusto nyo pong magpa-raffle tayo doon sa event nyo para meron namang excitement para sa inyong mga members na attend. So nagtatap na siya ng community doon. The offline community is when you meet face-to-face at the same time, a gathering na face-to-face. The time in the group, how often you attend or participate, or how much time you spend with those people. The emotional intensity, the familiarity, intimacy, or mutual confiding, sharing secrets and personal stories, the reciprocity, you help me, so I help you. So tell me, what kind of communities are you involved in? Ano yung ano yung meron kayo na involvement at the moment that you often attend? Jessie, do you attend any communities at the moment?
As the moment, sir, no.
Meron? Wala?
Wala.
Okay. But if
mostly
you would be given a chance to attend or join a community, what kind of community would you want to join? Designers?
Fashion event. Actually kasi sir, focus ako ngayon sa meron kasi kami mga students. So usually ako yung nagpe-prepare ng ng presentation. Na presentation pero wala ako doon. Nakikita ko lang siya sa Instagram, ganun. Kumbaga galing sa akin yung leads.
When you are in a community, that's a chance for you to exchange best practices. At the same time, network. Yung mga tao na nami-meet ninyo, when you get to talk to them, you try to maximize as much as business possibilities that there are. You try to see what they do, see what they are connected with. Yung mga yan, it's a network. You try to be, you try to join, you try to study what they do best, because that will also be a learning for your end. Next, it says there, what about you, Eileen? What kind of community would you like to join or you are with? PTA, yung mga yan, Parents and Teachers Association. May mga ganun ba kayong community?
Actually, yun ang gusto ko. Kasi first year pa lang ng son ko, sir. So, gusto ko sana ma-involve.
True. Kasi may mga, mamimit ka ng mga parents dyan. Sabihin nila, magkakaroon ng suggestion yan. Probably you will also meet like mga mothers like from the Philippines na may half din na yes, so makakapagbigay din sila ng suggestion.
Yun, sir.
Extracurricular activity. Sabihin niya again, oy, Mrs. Eileen, alam mo ba na meron dito na taekwondo class? O baka gusto mong i-enroll yung baby mo para pagdating ng gabi, pagod na, matutulog na lang para hindi ka rin pagod sa gabi. May mga gano'n. May mga suggestion na gano'n.
Actually, ganyang idea, sir, ang gusto ko. Ma-involve sa mga ganyan.
Join. If you cannot create your own yet because you don't have like kasi friendship din yan somehow eh. Kapag may mga kaibigan ka and then you have a common interest, probably you can create a group or a community for yourself.
Nag-search ako online, sir, kaya kasi sa Ruiz kami. Minsan weekend lang kayo.
Ang Ruiz is part of Abu Dhabi pa rin, right?
Abu Dhabi. Yes. Sir, Abu Dhabi.
I have a student there, actually a client. I'll hook you up with her. Yung mga nagtatrabaho yan sa nuclear eh.
Nuclear and petrol, normally yan yung mga sa Ruiz.
Yes. Kasi yung mga lokal lang yung nakatira sa mga villa, sila sa mga condo places. I think you have this in the same location.
Yeah.
Right. Yes, I'll hook you up with her. Pakilala kita.
Inshallah, sir. Okay.
True. 1 second.
Anyway. Nabenta ko nung pandemic.
Eileen, can you read this for me? Strength of weak ties.
Yes, sir. Strength of weak ties. Mark Granovetter explored the strength of interpersonal connections within communities. Sorry, sir, nag-distract ako sa anak ko.
Okay. Sige, no worries. Si Jessie na lang.
Oh, it's okay, sir. Wala
ay, okay lang. Nagnanak, hindi naman namin naririnig.
Or as he called them, ties. He conducted research into social networks and wrote about offline rather than online networks, as this was in 1973, before any online network was launched. He investigated how people gained job opportunities and discovered that it was more often through indirect rather than direct contacts. People were more likely to help a contact they didn't know that well. Weak tie. More so than someone they knew well, strong tie. This has become a seminal paper in the area of social networks.
Would you agree on that? People were more likely to help a contact they didn't know that well, weak tie, more than someone they knew well, strong tie. This has become a seminal paper in area of social networks. I think I would I would give more opportunity to help for someone that I know. Imagine, ito, ginawa ko tong an example. We will have a new partner, which is a travel agent, an immigration consultancy. So she was like requesting for me for a database. Sabi niya ganyan, can we like ask the details of some of your students? I told her, I cannot do that. The database that you can get are the people that you will meet. Gets? Ibig sabihin, kung pupunta sila sa isang, kunyari dito, kasi may deal kami, o sige go, mag-market ka, specific package, After the payment, after you transfer the payment, I'll allow you to like do marketing. Kuha ka, the graduation, you'll be able to speak there. That's one of the event. That's a venue because that's already a community of people that who have studied for 6 months. So mag-speak ka dun sa class, speak ka dun sa event, sa graduation. Those are the people that you can get the data. Imagine if those people were able to get your contact details kasi may branch sila dyan sa sa Doha, may branch sila dito sa Abu Dhabi. But you didn't have an idea what they're selling. You know that it's an immigration consultancy, but you did not meet them before. What are your thoughts? Naka-receive ka ng, "Hi Joyce, we'd like to offer you a job in Poland. We check that you have reached our qualification." What do you think? What will be your reaction, Joyce? Naka-receive ka sudden message.
Magugulat, syempre, ano ba to? Fake ba to? Scam ba to? Totoo
Are you
ba
more
to?
likely to respond? Or ignore?
Depende, sir.
Yeah, that makes
If
sense.
the mobile number is here, probably itatry kong tawagan. Pero sometimes kasi if the mobile number is from outside the country, especially yung mga hindi Arab na hindi ko siya tatawagan. Hindi ako magre-reply. Pero within here, yes. Nagko-call back ako.
What about you, Jessie? Naka-receive ka sudden. Yung pumunta yung client ko, binigay ko kasi yung number mo without you knowing. Hindi mo naman sila nakilala. Are you more likely to respond or ignore? Hi, Miss Jessie. You are qualified to apply for Canada. Would you like to have an assessment?
Usually, sir, ini-ignore ko.
Because you don't have a prior connection with them. So this is what we're telling. So you have your visibility. Kayo bilang digital marketer, online visibility, you do that. It's a combination of online and offline. That's what we do. When you have like a relationship or you have like established presence with a certain community, then you are free to market. At least you are more likely to get responses and not be ignored. How? Yes. Most social media networks host a forum or space for online groups to be created. This is to keep people within social network ecosystem. However, hosting a community via a social media network creates several challenges for organizations. I personally have experienced this. If you have an online community, I personally thought that because you don't have a personal relationship with them, yung generation pa natin, unlike the younger generation right now, we are still used for a face-to-face event, di ba? Church, bago pandemic, di ba? Kayo, you would attend church services, you would attend gathering, siguro yung mga workmates nyo, di ba? So those are like face-to-face event. Unlike ito online community, it has an international reach. I am recently, I've been attending marketing from digital marketing classes. So ang mga students nun parang all over the world. Japan, in Europe, dito sa Middle East, may mga ganong attendees. Tapos ang interaction namin through LinkedIn, mas professional We exchange our LinkedIn there. Like, okay, what's your LinkedIn? And let's add a LinkedIn for each other so you get to network. These are the challenges. Number one, the organization doesn't ultimately control who sees the content. Yeah, that makes sense. Because you want to put it out there. Imagine if your videos has 1 million views. Sa tingin mo man monitor mo yung 1 million views? Diba that's what they're really very proud of, diba? Yung basher and supporter combined. So yung mga videos na nagsasayaw-sayaw si Joyce, ipopost yung ganyan. So may mga basher siya doon at saka mga supporters manunood. Hindi nga na mapifilter yun doon. Yung mga Yung mga nagtiti-TikTok si Jessie dyan, may mga pakaldag. So hindi natin alam kung sino mga nanonood ng videos niya. Pero madami kang views. And that's a potential market. Ay, nakita ko yung ganito, si Jessie nagkakakaldag doon sa video niya, pero may pinopromote siyang atsara. Bili tayo ng atsara ni Yes, so TikTokers earn by sponsorship because business brands, let's approach these people with 100,000 viewers, organic, and are all local in the UAE. Then they would approach them and then they would have a deal. Diba? As the terms and conditions change on a regular basis, the risk is these organization could create a large online community and discover that social media network has decided to end its online community facility. Because of the pandemic, we have all learned how to be virtual. Anything that we do is virtual. That's somehow, I would say, the beauty of this technology. Ngayon, hindi na natin completely mamimiss yung mga relatives natin, di ba? Yung buong angkan ng mga supan, yung mga buong angkan ng mga lianes. Nakikita nyo na sila through like Messenger. You get to be connected with them. You get to be updated with them because it's also an online community, relatives. I remember I was added in an online group and suddenly one of my far relative is selling leche plan or puto para sa mga special occasion. And then nakapag-online market na siya. Oo, ngayon yung mga relatives namin, they would like message them, how to order, do you deliver, how many is the minimum order? So we get to market in that kind of online community, mga groups, di ba? May mga ganun ba kayo, relatives, nagbebenta? Yung sister ko nga ngayon, sabi niya, gusto niya daw reseller daw ng ukay kasi we're in Baguio City eh. Sabi niya, di ba I told her, one of our aunts is already doing that, ukay, di ba? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna follow? Sabi ko, at least in my mind, at least may business sense na siya. Sige, kung yan ang gusto, I'll try to support her. I would support her in like little budget for her to get her own items because magaganda yung mga finds sa Baguio City eh. May mga from Korea na mga binabagsak doon. Ewan ko, gamit ata ng mga namatay si bebenta. Di ba, Jessie?
Meron dun sa bagsakan ng LV, di ba?
Yung mga used, may mga little chip, may mga tanggal-tanggal na tuklap.
Maganda.
Online communities can be created by fans or foes. Yan sinasabi ko kanina. Supporters and bashers. Ang laki-laki naman ng tiyan. Sayaw ng sayaw. Wala namang kwet. So yung mga ganong klase ng bashers, because this is digital, are you ready for that? Are you ready for that kind of scrutiny, that kind of feedback from people? And unless they are breaking the law, libel, yada, 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 it's difficult to take any action to close community that our brand or organization doesn't favor. Dito sa UAE, even in the GCC, you can get fined or you can get, yung recent news, when someone was insulted over WhatsApp, that can be like a ground for a crime. Nakita niyo ba yon? That news, someone was insulted over WhatsApp, and that already has like a proof. Okay, cool. Next. Online communities, read this for me. Joyce.
Online community. A virtual community is a group of people who may or may not meet one another face to face and who exchange words and ideas through the mediation of computer bulletin boards and networks. An online community can be defined as aggregation of people who share a common interest and communicate through electronic mailing lists, chat rooms, internet user groups, or any other computer-mediated mechanism.
I actually have been NAS Daily. You know NAS Daily, right? They are doing this online communities. I signed up for that. I hope it's not yet expired, but I got a free registration for me to create a community. I haven't like given it time yet, but I think that's a good chance for me to build my network. I haven't started yet, but it's always in my mind. I was just like so occupied to start it. On my TikTok, I was thinking probably I can create like TikTok videos, me like giving advices for IELTS takers, the proper pronunciation of words, creating like quizzes. So yun yung mga gusto kong content sa TikTok. Hindi ko pa nagagawa. But I think that will be very a good content. So what do you like doing and then build community with them? Ang daming graduate ng ano ha, YouTube University. People would just watch YouTube videos and turn it into actual business or source of income. It's everything online. You can teach yourself now. Not literally like teaching yourself, but watching someone's video, teaching you to do it and following it. It's actually a trend now. Traditional and online communities. Read this for me, Jessie.
Nakamute ka.
Nakamute ka, dear.
Okay. Differences between traditional and online communities. Less structure gilding the online community. Less at stake for online participants as they can simply leave and may never be in contact with other community participants again. Less transparency as many online communities enable the use of, how to pronounce this, sir? Pseudonyms or facilitate to anonymity. An informal agreement rather than a formal hierarchy is in place within online communities.
All right. Differences between traditional and online communities. Traditional, those are like when you do the face-to-face. Do you, by any chance, any social gathering that you have recently attended? What are the social gatherings that you recently attended, Joyce, there in Qatar?
For a personal gathering, sir? Like,
yeah, personal gathering. Just said birthday party.
Baptism.
How many people?
60.
60. That's already a big community, huh? What about you, Jessie? Recent social gathering that you attended?
Birthday.
How many people?
Parang ganun din, sir. Mga 40 siguro. Madami sila. Mga friends ng cousin ko sa Abu Dhabi.
That's so much mouth to feed, no?
Madami, madami.
Today, I am hosting Polo OWA for the reintegration program. That's a community. How did it become digital? So they are following the page of the group, which is Bayanihan Council. They opened the barista training for the reintegration program. What is reintegration program? If you are a member of OWA, Polo OWA, that means that you are entitled for free training such as this. Barista training, they are doing it. So we have one trainer, they will get him to teach basic barista skills. And then, let's see how did it happen? We have 50 participants now. Ang registration nila ay through Google Docs. Google Docs. Like they would put your details there so you can be contacted. So there is a community there. People within the Bayanihan Council and their relatives who are interested to attend such a free seminar. Traditional, when we get to be face-to-face, when we get to meet face-to-face, and digital when doing the registration. How did you know about the event? It's through Facebook. It's through word of mouth. We gauge that so we will know which one is the effective way of communication. Is it online or digital? Your online self. Okay. Read this for me, Joyce, in 1956.
In 1956, Canadian sociologist Irving Goffman explored how people presented themselves to others, consciously and unconsciously. He suggests that there were many reasons for managing the impressions given and to control the situation, like actors, to influence the behavior of others as they may treat us better if they perceive a certain status. Goffman proposed a theory of selves which has become a self-presentation theory. 3 years later, the report evolved into best-selling book, and theory continues to be used by researchers in online communities and social media today. Goffman discussed sign vehicles, which we call personal information cues or clues, which in our online communities we could consider as profile photo, types of posts, and likes. Self-presentation theory suggests people have desire to control the impression that other people form about them. Sounds familiar? It's also known as impression management.
Impression management. So we want to put there our best photo. We want to put there the best version of ourselves. Somehow it's a lie, lying about yourself, lying about the lying to people, but you want that the impression of others to you is that you're doing always great. Kaya akalain nila post ng post si Jessie, ay dami namang pera ni Jessie sa Dubai. Makautang nga. Magpapasko na, sabi ng mga relatives. Mga post ng post si Joyce, sabi ganyan, ang dami namang pinamili ni Joyce, bili na lang bili ng bags. Na lang ng shopping. Message nga si Kumaring Joyce. We always want to show our best version. We want to always people to see that we are a good situation or a good status. What are disadvantages and advantages of that, Eileen? Puro ganun na lang ang pinopost ni Joyce. Mga pinamili niya, kinakain niya social, sa The Pearl, sa mga restaurants. Ano kaya ang advantage at disadvantage nun, Eileen?
Advantage, sir, nag-attract siya ng mga mangungutang.
Ng mga mangungutang.
Actually, sir, totoo naman yung pag nagpo-post ka lang ng daming pera. Parang yun na impression nila. Kahit gusto mo lang naman mag-share.
True, di ba? Kahit gusto mo lang i-share yung ganun.
Yung onting kasi natutuwa ka lang or onting achievement mo, mag-share ka lang. Pero sabi nga nila, di ba, hindi naman lahat sila masaya sa pinapost mo.
True. So that's one disadvantage, no? Punta tayo sa positive naman. Ano kaya yun, Jessie? Positive implication of being so online?
Mas nakikilala ka nila, sir. Yung mga pilig mo, yung mga ganun. Kumbaga, kung mag-start ka rin ng business through Facebook, for example, magpo-post ka. Kumbaga, ibinibenta mo, kaya mong ibenta yung binibili mo. Parang ganun. Kailangan bilhin mo muna yung ibibenta mo. So,
Or
pag
you
nakikita
yourself
nila,
is your brand.
oh, so kung kunyari yan, mahilig ka sa bag, hindi ka mahilig sa bag pero ibibenta mo yung bag, hindi ka mo ibili na bag. So, paano sila maniniwala sa'yo? So, kailangan ibenta mo muna yung sarili mo
Oo nga naman.
para maniwala sila.
Fashionista si Jessie. O, diba? Tingnan nga natin kung fashion talaga si Jessie. Kung ang talagang mahilig na siya sa mga pagdadamit. Tingnan. So, yung mga posts niya about designs, about drawings. Probably if she draws, she can share that. So, sharing the talent. O, diba? Malay mo si Jessie, yung mga friends niya in the Philippines. Oh, Jessie, I know that you sketch for a wedding dress. Can you like sketch one for me? Can you draw one for me? Can you create me one design? Diba?
Sir, pwede kong mag-add ng advantage?
Sure, Aline.
Kasi minsan pag may nakita ako na magandang post, na-inspire ako. So, nakakapagpa-inspire ka rin ng ibang tao.
Yes.
Yun yung nafe-feel ko pag may nakita ako maganda na pinupost. Na-inspire ako na mag-drive more, mag-dream more.
Inspiration is different from insecure.
Yeah. Yes.
Inggit pag inggit ay pumikit. 1 second, let me just answer up. Eileen, read this for me.
Communities of practice. Communities of practice are those focused on common goals or with mutually held convictions. As a concept, communities of practice was developed by Jean Leib, 1991, who explored different styles of learning. For example, researchers can share their work on the website researchgate.net, which describes itself as a leading platform where the world's scientists share their research and expertise, collaborate on projects, and engage with the best scientific content. These online communities are less structured than formal communities and provide educational benefits to their members.
Educational benefits for their members. May mga groups akong ganyan na, may mga pina-follow ako. Sa Facebook, marami naman eh. Filipinos are Facebook users. Other nationalities, they would go for like Telegram or like WhatsApp because it depends on still with the culture. I met this community leader by Indian nationality. Ang group nila through WhatsApp. So they would send like hiring, training through WhatsApp. So doon nila nilalagay yung mga those kind of promotions. Free PCR, they would get it here. Dito sa Abu Dhabi wala nang free PCR. Pero that's like a community. Makikita nila doon. And we're always online. And because everyone has WhatsApp, especially here in the UAE, that's the easiest way for them to be, for businesses or community leaders or people to be connected with them is through WhatsApp. In the Philippines, what do we use? Messaging. Other than Messenger, probably Viber?
Viber, yes, sir. They use Viber.
Viber, right?
Viber.
Or WhatsApp is not like widely used.
Yeah.
Sa Philippines, correct?
Yes, sir. Correct.
Back in the days, meron pa mga mga chat. Ano ba yung doon? Textmates. Nabutan niyo ba yun? Nabutan niyo yung mga group, mga general eyeball. Ay, yung mga early forms of this kind of communities. Sino pa mga nag-member dito, mga general eyeball? Mga eyeball. Meron? Jessie? Never? Joyce, by any chance?
No, sir.
What about you, Eileen?
No, sir. Dangerous.
May mga ganyan na yung sa mga text, grupo.
Yes.
So, they will like create a group.
Yes, sir. Before. Sumasali ako pero hindi ako umatin ng iPhone.
Kasi may mga ganyan akong nasasali, mga younger, mga 2000.
Yes, sir.
2024, ano ba, mga 2010, 2000, yung mga ganyan, uso yung mga grupong ganyan through text. And Filipinos are, I think, natural social being. Mahilig tayo sa mga gathering. Ito mga rally, kabinetkana.
Yeah, yes.
So mahilig tayo sa mga ganyang sama-sama. Communities of interest. Moving from education to hobbies and interests, that social networking platforms, Pinterest is a good example for communities of interest. As individuals share images based on common themes, communities of interest may be demographically different, living in different environments, and thread of surrounds the community is common interest. So the groups that you will see there, people that would like to party, people that would like to watch the football games, people that would want to share their designs. Yeah, it depends on it would be divided by location or the things that they offer. Communities of transaction, which is also known as transaction communities, enable the buying and selling of products. Diyan sa Qatar, meron akong lahat ng Pilipino sa Qatar, member ng Pinoy Ads Qatar. Joyce.
Yes, sir. Member din ako.
Yes, I'm still a member of PAQ, Pinoy Ads Qatar.
Yung original.
Yes, the original one.
May bagong ano ngayon eh, may gumaya.
Ano na?
Pinoy
ano pangalan?
Ads. Pinoy Ads din siya, sir.
Pinoy Ads din. Yung
Ganun
leader,
din
sino nga ba ang
pangalan.
ano ang pangalan ulit ng may-ari ng Pinoy Ads?
Yung babae, ano ba
Oo.
pangalan ni Vilma.
Ayun yung umiyak kay Duterte, alam mo yon?
Oo, sir.
So yun, yung umiiyak siya dahil iboto daw si Duterte. Trending siya. Yung election, gumawa siya ng party list. Lot-lot naman yung party list. But
Dalawa na kasi yung Ads.
It's a community as well. So if you post something there, they would approve it. But everyone, I would literally, every Filipino that I know in Doha is part of that group. Diba?
Opo.
People that be looking for jobs. Dito sa UAE, walang ganyan eh. Walang solid. Sa dami dito, you know that there we now have 1 million documented Filipinos in the UAE. We could be more, di ba? Not including those undocumented Filipinos here. But there's a lot. That excludes tourists. Ang dami naka-tourist, di ba? So we could be more. Yes. Okay. 1 second, I'll just pause this. Let me check what's going on with the event.